Wow, Major 1 was insane. Here is your day 1 60-second breakdown for Major 1. Here we go. Okay, first game of the day was Koi versus Gentlemates, Paris Gentlemates. Gentlemates end up taking that 3-1. Oh my god. Ghosty, Envoy, Sib with a TKO performance map 1. Ended up losing the S&D quite convincingly, but my god, the overload and the map 4 was some of the best gameplay that I've seen. Make sure you check that out if you haven't. Then we go into the second game of the day. It was the Los Angeles Thieves with a rematch against Carolina Royal Ravens. Ravens, for a reminder, beat them 3-2 on the online portion, going into a round 11 map 5. And this time round, it wasn't even close. LAT dominate, they stomp. Paco decided to sit up. He sat up, Ken sat up, Abizi doing Abizi things. Straight, easy, clean 3-0. Then we're going to match 3. OpTic Gaming versus the Riyadh Falcons. Riyadh Falcons looking really good in the online portion against an OpTic team who couldn't win a single game this year. Wow, we're on land, baby. OpTic, sweep them. Easy, not even close. 3-0, Falcons to the losers bracket. And then finally, we end with Vegas FaZe versus G2. Most people are predicting Vegas to take that against G2. Wow. G2 defeat Vegas 3-0. And just the way that they defeated them, it was not close. That's your 60-second snapshot. Okay, now we go into the moments that defined day 1 of Major 1. So first we have Paris versus Koi. This is Paris on P1 going into a P2. Really good break. You'll start to see, first wave with Koi, they don't read the pressure front. Paris do a really good job of coming into the hill. Dante gets 2. Neptune trades, they do a fantastic job, and they just flood in out. Sib 35 and 19. This is the damage dealer right there. This guy, this boy deals damage. Paris letting the game come to them, soaking up the final 30 seconds, always in positions to trade. Wonderful. 1-0 up going into the rest of the series. Paris 3-2 up on the overload, capping twice in quick succession. This was beautiful stuff. 4-2 up, they end up their transition towards the ball. They know exactly where 2 people are going to be spawning. Envoy's chasing 2 with a streak. Number 5 is playing for the respawners. This is incredible. They make the kills, they're playing with speed. They're just a unit. They're doing everything together. You've got 4 selfless players. What can you know? There's not much more you can ask for when you have this sort of a setup. Fantastic job from the Paris Gentlemates right here. Now we have 2 moments from map number 4. We have first Envoy going on a 6 streak, so he gets 1 right now. Let's see him, number 8, he gets a second, just taking Charles, this boy. Look at them, how they do it together. They hive mind and they fight together. This is the beautiful thing. Envoy on a 2, Sib on a 2. Look at them fighting together. 28 seconds, free life. Spawns up, where you get specific info, you do it all again. 6 coming off. Beautiful stuff. Look at Envoy, gets 1 on a 3, gets 2 on a 4. Bumps out, has a free life to do whatever the hell he wants. Look at him. Re-pinching this. This is the importance of a free life here. You can do whatever you want, you can set up plays like this. And my god, right here, Neptune. The planet, as the French say. On an 11. Starts off with a 2. Beautiful stuff. Sib on a 3. What can you do with such slaying power? Neptune pushing out, 46 seconds left. Win condition is to soak. He's bumping out, taking a timing. Gets a 3rd. Knows the 4th is there. Predicts the 5th, gets the 3rd. Screaming, gets a 4th, no way. 6 streak. This guy's everything. Has a free life, bumping out. What can you do when you have such pace on a team? On a 7. On an 8. No way. This is just beautiful stuff. Taking Charles, playing with such aggression. Just got to play kills. Look at him, pinching. On an 11, screaming. Paris looking like favourites for this event, in my opinion. Recorded on the 30th. And if they end up winning, you can't say it's cheese. I predict them to win this. You're not inconsistent. You're untrained in the places that actually decide ranked. Because right now, you're relying on feeling. Some days you're frying, other days you're losing, all kinds of gunfights that you know you should be winning. What I'm going to show you guys is the downloadable ranked course so you can have the same kind of systems that the world champions used. Guaranteed standards so your baseline becomes scary. What I want you to do, guys, is go to dreal.co.uk, go to services, go to courses. Train like the top 1% of Call of Duty players. Ranked play comes out soon. This is what you're going to get. You're going to stop guessing in fights. You're going to have rules. Your aim is going to be more consistent. It becomes repeatable. You're going to walk into ranked play once it's out, knowing exactly what to do, and you are going to fly above the ranks. You are going to feel calm in big moments because you've trained for it. You are going to become the player that people are going to remember. The secret aren't in your settings. It's in your sequence. Most of you guys watching, you want tips and tricks. But what the top 1% do is fundamentals, movement, aim science, decision template, training plan, mindset drills. The same inputs, the same outputs, consistency. You get a lot of packages for a limited time only. I will do 25% off this. Get yourself ready for ranked. If you are tired of being almost good, almost there, this is guaranteed to be the switch. Turn your effort into results, download the course, train like the top 1%. The moment that defined this weekend, or day one should I say, was G2 Vegas, Caesar on a 5. This is really important for you guys because Benjay was putting a lot of pressure on Skies before the event had started, saying if they don't perform, then Skies is going to be the one to get replaced. He has shown up big time against this series against FaZe. On a 5, knows where they're spawning, picks up the front, that's his job, win condition to soak, isn't scamming, playing info, Kremp uses his free life. Beautiful stuff on a 5 streak. Amazing here, gets 1, banging out, gets 2, does he play the 3rd? He plays the 3rd, cameras him, Charles IV, the confidence is flowing, screaming on the bottom right of his cam. Screaming dead! Beautiful stuff. Caesar on a 9. 5-5. Overload. The fact that 2 minutes left, they mount the comeback. This is going to be a pretty long clip. 5-3 up. FaZe. They get 4 down. 5-4. Now, guys, look what they do here. Oh my god. Beautiful play. FaZe have full ball control. This is a big kill from Kremp. Gets 1. Gets traded by Abuza. Mamba, huge kill by Draws. Stays alive, gets the ball carrier weak, kills the ball, pushes out to get progression. Somehow kills all 4. I don't know how he's done that. And he's feeling it. He's playing with such aggression, he's not missing, he's playing with confidence, puts the trophy down for the push, has the pistol out, being so annoying, gets team naded. They somehow still cap that. Tied, 60 seconds left, and they end up winning that 7-5. What can I say? 2 moments from Hydra map 1. Look at this, guys. Look at this turn on. This is insane. The quick reaction from the boy. But if you thought that was impressive, look at this. Look at this. We're about to win. We're focusing on Hydra. Coming off spawn here. God, look at what he does. Plays towards time. They're doing things together. Look at him, right? Just look at this. Kills him. Wonderful. Knows the second guy's here. He's just pulling his pants down. Look at this. Oh my god. The Warbands mechanic, Hydra, has finally decided he is going to sit up and he's going to play. Let's begin with day number 2. And for you guys who don't know, day number 2 is the elimination day. This is where we have up to 5 teams being eliminated out of the tournament in the loser bracket. Let's get into it. So the first game of the day was a Carolina Royal Ravens, who I think was seed 3, going up against the dead last seed in Vancouver Surge. Now you'd expect Carolina to win. Well, Vancouver had other plans in mind. Vancouver took the series Lunes plus 40 across the series. MVP performance, great stuff from the kid. Now, match number 2 was the Miami Heretics going up against Coy. This was the Spanish derby. For you guys who don't know, Miami and Coy, Heretics and Coy do not like each other. This is bigger than black and white. This is huge, right? And this one went to a map 5. Incredible. Miami Heretics come out on top, defeating Coy in the map 5. If you're Coy, what do you do from here? Game number 3 was the Riyadh Falcons trying to bounce back against Cloud9. They did so, taking them down 3-1. Now map 2, there were some highlights, some unintended line of sights. Very funny to say when Clayster, for you guys who know, Clayster made a video saying, is this a line of sight? Is this unintended? There were accusations of C9 trying to forfeit Falcons for the line of sight, but interesting to hear. Then we go into match number 4, and it was the Vegas FaZe taking on the Boston Breach. Vegas FaZe take down Boston Breach 3-1. And then finally, losers round 2, the second elimination game, Miami against Vancouver Surge. Miami take down Vancouver Surge 3-0, but the series was closer than what the score suggested. Guys, if you haven't seen this, go back and watch it. Map 1 was one of the greatest comebacks I have ever seen. Miami down 90 points. Vancouver, I think about 10 points away from winning, somehow ended up fumbling that. Miami take the series 3-0. You put in the hours, you watch pros, you're grinding ranked, maybe you're thinking about scrims, but there are so many moments that keep happening. You load in, you suck. One bad death, one chaotic kill, one shaky round. Your decision making's rushed. You start hoping you'll get kills instead of knowing what to do. There's a real gap. It's your talent, not your settings, not your weird trick. It's systems under pressure. The players that you admire, the ones who I've helped make with MVP level consistency, they aren't magic. They have standards installed so deep, they don't disappear. And that's what this is. This is my World Championship coaching package. 4 weeks, 8 hours, me and you. Limited slots. I need you to hear this clearly. There is only one last spot for this month, for February. I am opening up my slots for March. They go quick. This is going to be the final month that this is going to be running. This is for people who want to improve, who are serious about improving, and who want to taste World Championship coaching. People who want repeatable composure, decision quality, pro-level mechanics, you name it, I break you down to build you up. If you're here for quick tips, loadout, clickbait, or weird tricks, this ain't for you. Here's what we're going to build together. World Championship systems. Like I said, I am breaking you down. You are getting everything, all the secrets, all the little things that created champions. Day to day, map to map, that consistency, your gun skill, your movement, your positioning, your decision making, your awareness, your macro teamwork, your micro, you name it, I give you everything. I don't also just tell you what's wrong. I force these into you with drills and training until it becomes automatic. I'm also going to train your mentality. And this is where most players collapse. I train your mental skills like it is a skill. Everything from confidence building, how to deal with pressure, how to reset, visualization. Some of the best in the world, your Kobe's, your Jordans, we learn from them and I give it to you. So when things get chaotic, you don't spiral, you execute. You'll get your own personalized blueprint, measurable weekly progress, and elite accountability, just the same way that I would have done with my World Championship team. I am giving this to you. Champions aren't built by motivation. They're built by systems, structure, and standards. So here's how it works. Apply. I lock in a schedule, weekly sessions, VOD, adjustments, and then a 30-day plan. You'll get all the downloadables that you need, all the VOD, everything you need. And I'm guaranteeing you, you will improve at such a pace, even your friends are going to be shocked. Last spot this month. March opens today. After March, you won't get this again. Train like a champion, think like a champion, play like a champion. See you guys. So here are some of the moments that defined day 2. So now we'll go first into Carolina versus Vancouver. We'll go into map 1. And we have it 247 to 225. Vancouver needed 3 points. Carolina get pinched by Abe. Lurks gets 1. Nero gets 2. Lurks gets 2. They push out. Number 4 instantly pinching. They need 17 seconds to win. Nero has that for your life. Gets 1 of the wave. Lurks pushes out 2. Gets 2. Somehow gets 2. I'm convinced if Vancouver get one of these trades, they'll end up winning the game. And now they're in a position where they're spawning so far. And they're just running into Koreans. There's Gwyn getting a collateral on the S&D. Woo! Nice.
And now you're up 3-1.
Damn. Phase up. Here we have it, ladies and gents. We're going into the map 3, 4-4, tied on overtime. So if you guys don't know, for Overload, if the score is tied towards the end of the second round, we're going to basically search and destroy. You have 1 life. You can't respawn. Right here, Royal Ravens have the ball with Nero. It's a 3 versus 2. Vancouver are down. You're expecting Carolina to win this here. Oh, sorry, it's a 2 versus 2. Exceed gets picked. He's weak. Lunas comes from behind. Challenges Exceed. Takes him down. They end up 2v1 in Nero. End up taking map number 3. Okay, now we're moving on to the Spanish Derby. This is going to be map number 1, Real on an 8 streak to help Koi take the lead in map number 1. That really good creddy spot. Gets 1, predicts the 2, pre-fires him, knows they're spawning towards the back, pushes out towards their side, flips out 2. Gets 1, gets 2 on an 8 streak. He's playing with full confidence right here. Beautiful stuff. Alright, ladies and gents, we're on map number 2. Round 11. 4-4. Bomb is down from Toronto. So you'd expect them, hey, they've got a good chance of winning this. Well, that ain't the case. Trakes takes the time in, whiffs on the guy's stairs. Super peeks out kitchen, smokes Toby, gets the second on inside. Renko kills Real. Joe left in a 1v4, gets 1, has his knife out, trying to stab someone. Beautiful retake by Miami. My question is why were they so far away? Like, I get that they're playing for the stairs, but that is such a strat I've seen for 3 years in a row. It's insane. Look at that. They're planting for the stairs thinking they're going to win, but they leave timings, get retaken from mid, and nothing else you could do. Okay, guys, so here, map number 3. Controversial moment you've been seeing quite a lot. Let me know what you guys think. Miami 3-2 up on the overload, 29 seconds left. Look what they do here. They do the infamous park the bus strat. Now let me know what you guys think. Do you like it? Do you hate it? There's nothing they can do. And look at where they're continuously spawning. There's nothing you can do. And once the device has been dropped and you do kill him, I mean the teammates end up spawning up and you cut them anyway. Ultra take this to a round 11 I think here. Nope. It's a 3v3. Oh, they end up losing this. Yes. Look at this. 3v2. 1v3. Inside gets 1. Inside grabs 2. No! He couldn't jump! Okay, let's get on to Falcons against Cloud9. Falcons were down most of this map. The fact that they brought this back was insane to me. But here are the winning moments of map 1. Good P2. This was so mixy. In a 4v2, I'm expecting Cloud9 to win it here. But Kismet bailed out with 2. AG gets 1. Then gets traded by Mac. Kiz comes off 37 and 29. This guy's doing everything. This is the 99 Bulldog right here. Is this an unintended line of sight? Wow. Wow. And that's it. They end up spawning out in Africa. Ehsan has the pre-aim. Huge map 1 from Falcons. Okay, one moment I have from Boston versus Vegas phase was map number 3. And Vegas tied up at 3-3, end up taking the lead with a couple seconds left. Let's watch this one. Draws gets 1, Sim gets 1. They don't know where number 3 is. Kills Nasty, they trade out. Draws and Abuza. The Zaza twins. 5 seconds remaining, end up clutching this map number 3, taking the series lead, 2-1. And here finally, we'll go into the final game of day 2, and I'll break this down properly for you guys, but my god, watch this. No words.
Keeps going back and forth. Now Lunars, you don't want to go for an ego. Chow went through mid-connector. Only finds one, but you got to stay alive. Teammates are now here.
Reinforcements for the Heretics have arrived. Contest is in for Abe. Here come the rest of the Surge. They've got the numbers. Traded back by Redcorn. Battles on the cross. Oh, it's all for dead. Miami can win here. Vancouver spawning out.
All the way in Africa, you got to go straight to the hard point. Closest possible chance that you have. And Battles is playing the cutoff. 2 in favor, all 3 in favor. And Miami are looking to steal this one away.
TJ has to get there. He's not able to. Are you kidding me? It's an absolute breakdown for Vancouver. They needed 4 seconds, brother, off of the last.
They needed 4 seconds. Here is your day 3 recap in 60 seconds. Okay, let's begin with the Riyadh Falcons playing against Vegas FaZe. This one was really close. This one went to a map 5 with Vegas taking that 3-2. Then we move on to the LA Derby. LA Thieves versus the old LAG, but Paris Gentlemates. Same situation again. Paris Gentlemates has LA Thieves' number. They end up taking them down 3-0. Then we have OpTic Texas playing against G2 Minnesota. OpTic Texas convincingly take that 3-0. Then we have the losers bracket. Vegas FaZe playing against Los Angeles Thieves, who have just lost against Paris. Vegas take that 3-0. And then finally, for the losers bracket, Miami Heretics, who defeated Vancouver Surge, take on G2 Minnesota, who lost to Texas, and G2 take that pretty convincingly and make a Sunday. Fair enough, good plays. Right, here are your day 3 moments that defined the weekend. All right, we start off with Falcons versus FaZe. This is map number 2, 5-5. Falcons end up securing the win, but watch how they end up doing this. FaZe doing a good job grouping up. This is what we call aping. They get the first blood. Now, theoretically here, bomb down, you get information, you play to grade. All 4, for some reason, end up scamming. He pushed without information, which I didn't really like. Now they're in a 3v3, not in a bad position. But the problem is, when you play so static here, Simp doesn't get any information, and he's relying on getting a scam. But when you're re-clearing as Falcons, you are going to be checking this first. He's hoping for number 8, gets bad timing, gets taken out. Now it's a 2v2. Now look at number 3 the entire time, defusing. The ball's on this guy to defuse on the main stage, tying up this series 1-1. Wonderful. All right, now we go back to map number 3, currently up 4-3. What do? They're parking the bus. Look at them parking the bus all the way at the back of the map. Falcons know it's over. It's GG's. Nothing you can do. Vegas end up taking this map and lead the series 2-1. Going into map 5, Abuza wins a 1v1 to take the series 3-2. Falcons, a lot of good things to say about them. Good performance. Kiz taking the chow. Huge by Kiz taking that chow. Nice. Now in a 2v2. Now in a 2v1. Gets traded in a 1v1. Look at this. Boom. Quick scoped him. Okay, so this is your day 4 recap as we finish the tournament. Wow. What a Sunday. Okay, we had 4 games on today, and we first kick it off with FaZe Vegas playing against G2 Minnesota. Wow, this was a close one. FaZe Vegas take down G2 Minnesota 3-2, going all the way to a map 5. Then we have OpTic Texas in the winners bracket playing against Paris Gentlemates, and in this one wasn't even close. OpTic Texas defeat Paris and sweep them incredibly quick. Then we have FaZe Vegas taking on Paris Gentlemates in the losers bracket. This one went all the way to a map 5. Wow. Wait till we go over this. That map 5, FaZe were up 5-2, ended up losing. Paris punched their ticket to the grand finals. And yeah, to wrap it up, your winners of Major 1 are going to be Paris Gentlemates. It goes all the way to a map 7. Honestly, the amount of 5-2s and 5-3s that Paris were in to then somehow win. Same thing happened map 2 on Raid S&D against Texas in the grand finals. They deserve to win. There's nothing more you can say. Fantastic team. and a fantastic performance. There you have it. Paris Gentlemates are your Major 1 winners. Okay, so here were some of the moments that defined day 3 and day 4 of the Major. So first we have Riyadh Falcons versus Vegas FaZe, and right here Abuza on a 7, Simp on a 5, eventually bringing this back. Look at the score, 145 to 63. Falcons were dominating. Abuza on a 6, bringing it back. Beautiful on a 7.
Just needs an assist or a little bit more hard point time. That's going to be a huge tool for FaZe trying to come back into this game.
Yeah, Falcons haven't been able to cross that 50-yard line.
On an 8. Wow. On a 9. Never mind. Beautiful stuff. Now Simp taking over, repinching, forcing the flip on a 4 streak. The next moment that defined day number 3 went to Xnid on map 2 S&D of the same series. It is 5-5. Vegas FaZe get bombed down. Just look what happens next. Good smoke, baiting out 4 and 2. Number 4 pre-firing the smoke. They isolate Cell. They ape him out together. They're now in a 3 versus 4. So I'm thinking right here, they get this bomb down, they'll win. 0-4 ends up scamming. He knows, or he should know, that the enemies are there. Maybe he's assuming they've ended up pinching round. They're in a 3v3. Still not a bad situation for Vegas FaZe. Look at this. Bad timing. They double cross. 8 doesn't see anyone. Pred kills Simp. Draws trades Pred. It's a 2v2. I'm thinking, right, if they check the bomb, they win. They end up killing Kiz, but not quick enough. Riyadh Falcons take map number 2. And this is map number 5. This is going to be the final map of the series. Look at this, guys. Kismet takes the Charl after getting him weak. Beautiful stuff from Kiz. Dude. 1v1. Quick scopes him. Insane. Okay, the next moment is from Paris versus LAT. This is going to be map number 1. Neptune on a 5.
He scrapped to get them off the hill. Scrap, did he do enough? Do enough to get an opening into some of these positions for his teammates. Sips
nice.
Going nuts. A nade's going to combo there for a BC to hit, but still in the kill column. But it's been all Gentlemates taking control. 13 points now needed. Cutting them down. Neptune is beaming. A double, a triple. Neptune locking it in.
Bro.
With the pistol. That is just utter filth. Neptune pops. Gentlemates soaring. And that is going to be a map 1.
That censoring is insane. I don't know. I can't even see it. I can't even see these guys. Now we have an Envoy 5 streak. Map number 3.
That might have just been an instant pick and go. Are you a little bit shocked that that just ends up being the case? Did someone not call a name? Or? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, maybe you're just thinking they all spawn
nice.
Like B-side
Guess 2.
all the way back middle. But yeah, they try to maybe
on a 3rd.
Trick them and go towards bottom A. Instead, now they have to play more defense. In 10, he's able to find
gets 4, gets 5. And this was the winning point for Paris here. And this is when they end up taking the series 3-0. Another moment is G2 versus Miami. And this is map number 3. Kremp just takes over. Watch this.
Still haven't added 30 seconds for overtime if they're going to need it, but they might be able to rally this through. But he's got to deal with 2 up to the mid-cut. He needs help from his teammates. Good job finessing here from Estriel. Getting there should be Sky. Sky's got to finish the kill, and he does. Snaps on a trace, at least enough to back him up. 20 seconds now in OT to get it forward. Swinging it to the other side. Their point man Mamba is going to drop. Sky's still alive and well. Nice little wrap and route from Crimp. He gets in behind 2. Slams a 3rd. There's the... Not be done yet.
Bloody hell. Okay, now we go into the final day of Major 1. And we start off with G2 versus Vegas FaZe. Map number 4. Mamba taking over to take G2 into a map 5.
Go again. This time Sky's entry man gonna falter. FaZe gonna have the numbers. Mamba can feel the pressure. Backing down, reload, and setting up for another multi-kill.
Oh, draws. Good work here from Mamba. Oh, 3 dead again. 3 dead. No one gets through the gates. All down. G2 are up.
There's the hold. They have stopped that momentum in its tracks. A 4 spree from Estriel, a 3 there from Mamba as well. These 2 players have been putting on a show.
Holden. Mamba. Mamba. Come on!
Beautiful. Now we're on board with OpTic versus Paris Gentlemates in the winners final. And here we have Shotty going on an 8.
P2 and the P3.
Currently on a 3, gets a 4.
Shotzi now really starting to go. He's on 4 in a row.
And that was 4 dead, so that's all the room you could ask for right now. Getting the time at P1, trying to set up over towards Motel. Envoy wins 1 there, but it just sets up Shotzi for the trade as he continues.
They have the side that they want. He backs off on a 5. Rotates over to market.
I'm not sure if he even had a Hellstorm on his class, but he's making a
Gets
little
1
bit of a run. He does.
on a
Okay,
6.
So we'll see if he'll be able to earn that. Down 6.
Gets a 7. Probably gets the last one here. Charles him with a pistol. Nice. On an 8. Here we have S&D. 2 versus 2. Dashi 6-0. Shotzi 8-1. Currently 4-0 up. They're in a 2v2. End up winning this. Beautiful. Good retake from Shotzi and Dashi with Gentlemates with a bomb down. Wow. Overload has been surprisingly fun to watch. Here we have Paris with a free route towards A and OpTic with a goal line clearance. Number 3 comes off spawn, retaking A to 4v2, and look at this. Look at that. Look how close the ball is. They're just trying to slide it in. Ends up killing him, picks it up, dies. Last one. Goal line clearance, 60 seconds left. Could have been the start of a comeback. Now, there's going to be a few from this S&D. Vegas phase were 5-2 up. Now look at this. The first one from Neptune. Neptune 1v2. Bomb is down. I'm thinking there's no way he doesn't win this.
Nade. Not gonna land. It's a boost on the other side. Stun comes out, will land.
Now in a 1v1. He's outplayed him here.
He may get an opportunity. They're going to beat over to the middle of the map. Neptune's going to have the advantage. Kill comes through.
No reaction from the boy. Look at this. I'm not even going to say anything.
Neptune's looking for the hot hand. He's going to go forward to find one. Can he get away? Oh, a little bit of trouble for Envoy, but Neptune finds another. It's just down to Nep once again. Can he find the kill at the top? Yes. Just to the 1v1. Oh!
What do you want me to say? This guy's everything. This guy's everything.
Timing gets information. Now you can alert yourself there's going to be a play over towards tunnel. Sib on the re-wrap. Phaser all focused from the front. Long range shots are good for Sib. One more at range. Down just to 1. And it's going to work out.
Huge plays. Good. After seeing the amount of 5-2s and 5-3s Paris had, they fully deserve to win this event. Just from that alone. Right, we're going to look at the minimap. All right. Let's look at, so the time, to give you guys context, it's 12 seconds left. If you guys have been watching my previous locker room videos, tell me, what do you think this guy should do? If you have been watching. What do you think? Based on, let's say these guys, let's say he dies, and then he trades. Play P4. Okay. What does anyone else think? What do you think number 7 should be doing here? Anyone else? Create pressure. And how do you do that? How would you do that? P1, you can cut P2 and mid. Good answer. Cut P1. Cut off bottom mid. Good answer. Okay. Right. Player credit push up. 2 dead from old. 1 spawn up. Right. Let's see what he does here. Alright, fellas, watch this. And if you guys remember my locker room video, you'll know why it makes sense. So, he's doing what King, Goodnight, and Escapee talked about. So, fantastic, right? Very good. Why is this good? First of all, why is this good? So, this is a 2-step process, right? So, he's playing for P1 to cut. Why is that good? Remember, why is that good on a rotation? Why is he not just shitting himself back here? That I have seen pro teams do. He sees spawns them old, so that affects the spawns. Very good. Layer. This guy. Hey, Mr. Goodnight, welcome. Welcome, brother. Welcome. All right, good. We keep space. We're in a favorable position based on the weapon that we have. He can get information early. Very important. Layering. Information early for your teammates who come off spawn to trust the flow and read the pressure. Salty, I love you, big dog. I love you so much. Yes, very good. So this is, guys, Neptune. He's not playing scared on a rotation. I have seen this problem all weekend long. Is when you it's as simple as this. When you have old, when you have scrap, and you're playing a hill like P4, you need to make sure you apply pressure on the map. Even looking at Scar P3 to P4, if you have ult control, you have to make sure you get space. The reason why, guys, you have to make sure you get space is because you're layering. Not only with what you do not see is going to give you a prediction of where they could be. If you see them, your teammates off spawn can rotate and play to trade accordingly. By playing aggressive on that last wave of a rotation, it's just so beneficial for the entire team. Now, my question to you guys is, if 5 or 6 ends up dying, what do you think 7 can do by playing a hybrid spot in P1? What do you think they could do? What do you think Nep could do in this situation if his teammates on old? Exactly. Clutch, spot on. Kia, spot on. Now, he's in a position where he knows his teammates are still going to spawn. Might be slightly deeper. But if he progresses towards old and he ends up killing their furthest pushed up guy, guess what happens? His teammates will end up spawning close and the enemies will end up spawning deep. Let's keep it simple for you guys. If you have old progression, play a high line. That way you can force trades. That way you can force deep spawns. That way you can cut. That way you have timings. If you don't have old progression, then you pick up the hardest route and you play the wave for what it is and start trading out. So, fantastic, Russ. What we call that position is a hybrid position. The reason why it's called a hybrid position is you can shift either side. You can do anything from that. COD is a game of timings. If I'm in a position where I know that you are not here after a certain amount of seconds based on where I think you're spawning, like your internal timing, game sense, then I'm like, right, I see nothing here. Boom, either block or I'm pinching to trade, or you have so many different options and so much flexibility controlling certain areas of the map. Now, hopefully you guys are starting to understand is if you have game plans and you trust your flow, by controlling certain areas of the map every single time, it gives you flexibility to rotate and shift based on where the pressure is, based on where the info is, and based on what you are predicting, right? That is why controlling certain areas of the map every wave is so important. Are you guys starting to, like, is it starting to click why you want to control certain areas in the map? Flexibility of information. Easy as that. All right, let's see what number 7 does here. All right, shoots number 2. Worried about the rechild. Look what he does here. Trades out Shotty. Trades out Shotty. And guess what he does? Forgets the time. Look how far this guy is pushing out. Again, this is layering. Another reason why your free life is important is look at number 4. Look at number 4 here. He's not even ready for him. This is, if you do your free life effectively and you do not hesitate using your free life and you play with aggression, this is how you utilize talent. But guess what? It's ironic. There is nothing talented about the way Neptune has killed Dashi. I could get this kill, right? But this is the beautiful thing. Look at how everybody else is refilling around that. If you have your first guy in your flow playing such an aggressive position and you're trusting him to go rogue and use his talent and talent diff or take a time in or whatever it may be, the other 3 players have to play power positions and refill towards the time so they don't double scam. So right here, same again. Look at number 8. He's playing a power position, so he's not getting caught. We're blocking, hard blocking. 6, picking up the left. They ain't going to be spawning anywhere. They are not going to be flipping. Not even a chance that they are going to be flipping in this situation, right? Wonderful job right here from the Nep. Blocking too. Wonderful. And look at him. He can activate. Everything he is not seeing is telling you where they could be. Yo, I don't see him here. Maybe they could be here. right? Now Dante's going to play for it. 5 is going to play for it. 8 is going to just do what he needs to do. Look at this. Playing an off angle because he knows, right, maybe they're on this side of the map. So they have to cross. Playing an off angle. He can get involved. 8, clearing any bad timings. Dante gets 2. Doubt completely. Aped out so much. Alright, let's see how they break this hill. Okay, he's aping. Look at Dante ironing. Neptune is just flying over the gaff. Oh my god. Alright, hold on. Let's watch this again. How? How do you win that? Alright, you would kill Merc. Must be naded or something. Alright, Dante's going to be watching over. He's the 3rd guy in the flow. 7's gone through. Nep's gone through. He's banging over his teammates. Look at the position Sib is playing based on the weapon he has. This is the beautiful thing about them two. It always feels like with Gentlemates, when they're breaking something, they're doing something, the right people are in the right positions to make the game easy for each other. So right here, even though Sib is the 3rd guy in the flow, their pacing is tight. Guys, what do I mean when I say their pacing is tight? What do I mean when I say their pacing is tight? What does that mean? So we'll start off with this, right? So they have tight pacing. I want to know what that means on a break. What do you think it means by having a tight pacing? They are moving together as a team. Good. So, trading, yes and no, right? So, yes. Yes in the sense that they're always in tradable positions. But when I say tight pacing, is they're fighting together. It's one thing to trade. It's one thing to trade, guys. It's another thing to fight together. As in, we're taking, me and you, Nova, we're taking the same gunfight, right? That's what COD becomes. Is how fast do you make decisions and how do you take the same gunfights together? So they're very good. They are excellent at taking, or what we call activating, this is activation, of fights together. Meaning they're always trying to like 2v1, 3v1, you know what I'm saying, 3v2. They're always trying to kill the same guy. Guys, hear me out. This is going to sound faded. But I've been playing World of Tanks recently, right? And in World of Tanks, we have a similar concept. Where if you got a tank, you kill him together. You shoot him together. We're banging together, right? Now, don't hear me out. Don't roast coach, right? Don't roast coach. I'm old, right? So I can't keep up. But the same concept applies. Is you're trying to isolate people in a setup. And you're trying to fight them at the same time. Now, the reason why Dante's so good is he's positioning himself to take AR fights with distance. This is like the game within the game. This is the game within the game. Look at the way Dante is fighting. He's fighting so he can be like the sentry turret over his teammates while taking the same fights, while putting himself in the position of power that he can. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, look. Let's look at it again. Look at how he's taking his fights. He's playing a head glitch here. Slide cancelling towards it. Pop glitches. Slide cancels again. Takes the fight. He's always in a position to use the weapon he has in the best position he can, while letting Neptune, while watching over this guy and watching over this guy to do their thing. Right? This is exactly how my NYSL team was. Exactly like this. This is exactly what we did. We would have scrims where we would purely say, yo, I'm watching this. So then Paco and Kiz know where to go. When you have your guardian angel behind you, it gives you confidence to take timings, to take Charles. Knowing your job as Neptune is to bait these guys. Ironically, he's baiting to kill this guy for Sib to kill him. That's his job. And then he can get progression on the map. That's exactly how we did it on NYSL. And it's even more important on slower games when you have role definition, when the weapons actually mean something. Because Neptune's dragging aim assist while this guy's getting a free kill. You want to know why this guy's the damage dealer? He is the damage dealer because he's always with his team and he's getting set up for greatness. Not only does he set up his teammates, don't get me wrong, but right here is Neptune setting him up. He's taking that fight once he knows that Neptune's baiting him. That's why this is important. Look at him. Look at him. Gets baited out by Nep. then Charles, but he has the iron on him, right? And this is how you get AR and SMG synergy. Just because even, okay, I agree with you guys. Like, the game is fast, so you need to be in positions where you're banging, where you're dying, where you're throwing your life away. But there are situations like this where your weapon roll still matters. Where you still want to put your AR in positions of power on head glitches behind an SMG. That's how you then get, like, roll clarity. That's how then you put the best weapons in the best situations. That's how you do stuff like this. And then number 2 is just in the back. Let's do that right here. When you're Sib, I want you to understand, in your head, you have predictions, right? You have sort of what we call anticipation of where people are going to be. You know they have hill. So you're clearing as an AR, like, common spots you think they could be, right? Based on numbers, based on info, based on stuns, based on nades. He's playing a position where he's trying to put himself in an favorable fight. Whether you're slide cancelling, whether you're breaking his cameras, whether you're pop glitching, whether you're playing a head glitch. He's thinking, all right, where are you going to be? And he's clearing it as he's going, right? The reason why he's clearing this is to allow whoever's in front of him to get to that position, right? So he's doing a fantastic job while he plays close to enable him to get there if needed, or if this guy peeks out because of this guy. There's so many different ways, right? He's not thinking this in the moment. He's just saying, right, I'm clearing this. You do your thing, and Ghosty's giving info. Ghosty's saying where he's going to be, where they're stunned, all these different things, right? As he's then playing, he's slide cancelling he's reacting of information of what's going on his minimap, what's going on in the front of his screen, plays to kill him. And in his head, you're thinking, right, where's the next place they could be? Where's the next place they could be? In your head, guys, I want you to start thinking when you're playing, where's the next place they could be? Where could they go? Could they come down here? Could they go through here? He's then positioning himself to take aggressive fights to get Pika's advantage, to break cameras. Aggression pays in Call of Duty, right? Being aggressive is everything in COD, basically, right? Look at how he's then playing based on where I think you're going to be, where you could be going. If he knows Neptune has this, what's his job in the flow? To pick up this, right? Combined with the fact that Neptune's also giving him info where Dashy's going to be, in his head, he's like, all right, I know you're here. I'm ready for it. My eyes are locked into this. And look at how he plays it. He's not. He's ready instantly for this position, because he knows that's where Dashi is going to be. And as an AR player, it's the mini game within the game. Like, position yourself based on where you think people are going to be while playing aggressive. Don't be so static like I was. I was super static. But you can play aggressive on these games to take charge where you think people are going to be based on the position you are in. Always have that in your head. You're here, you're here, you're here, you're here. I think you're here. There's only so many spots enemies could play at any given time. You put 10,000 hours into this game, there's only so many spots. Only so many. So as you're clearing it, have a mental checklist. You're not here, you're going to be here. You're going to be here. You're coming down here. You're coming down here. Then think, okay, what position can I play to give me the best chance of winning that? Then you start a routine and a pattern and a system. Or every time I clear this, I'm going to play here. I'm going to play here. Now, if you get one-shot calls or you hear someone's going to be weak or traded, then it's slightly different. Then you're banging out, you're aping, but you're getting information in the moment to make a decision. If Dashy's one shot and he's the last guy, Dante's gonna fly at this boy, right? So that's how I want you to start playing. Again, where you think they're gonna be, where they're spawning. Okay, they're spawning here. What routes could they take based on where I am and how long that route's gonna take? What's my position in the flow? What position can I play? All of these different things running through your head. Look at him, taking the fights aggressively. Turns around, his job in the flow to bump out as the first guy. Boom. Playing a power position. Where do I think you're going to be? I'm going to position myself for that. Positioning is half the gunfight, and he's playing to try and kill number 4. Ends up dying from P1, but you start to understand the idea. We're going to map 2, Ghosty 3-piece. Look at that, 5-3 down. Again. Ghosty gets 1, Ghosty gets 2, feeling it. Ghosty gets a 3rd, frying. Now we have overtime, map number 3, OpTic. End up taking this to take the map, but look at this. 4v4 overtime. They have the ball. 4v3.
Now it is a 3v4. You have 2 win conditions secured for OpTic.
Now, Paris need to pressure OpTic in order to win this.
OpTic have all bases covered. Dashy far left flank, absolutely set. Shotsy on the wall jumps here. He surely stays alive. Bruce is in a superb position. Ghosty crosses on the other side of the van.
Paris not making moves just yet. What is the play call going to be? They just have no intel on anyone.
2-through shot. They are desperate for a player to show face. Mercules, that's massive intel. Gets away with his life for now. Sim's trying to make something happen. He has infiltrated the house. He's out on the back line. Trey's there, man advantage OpTic.
And it's a 1v1 right now. Dash is going to be going against Neptune, but it's actually Neptune last alive in a 1 versus 3.
Wait, last man.
Good try. We have a 4v2 for Paris, who end up taking this.
Massive damage in for Luke. Guns up, and Neptune and Ghosty find them. It's a 2v1 right now with Ghosty on the hunt.
This is the winning moment. Ghosty in a 1v1, 10 seconds left.
10 seconds to win.
Look how close this was.
Dashy's got to hunt him down. Ghosty's got to stay alive. We're looking for the bomb. 2, 1.
Now we have it. Congratulations, Paris Gentlemates on their first major win.